Hey, it's Maz Lamar back in the bazaar with another video. This time it's a new type of video. I'm doing a walkthrough. I'm gonna be going through the gameplay, my mindset, so you can see what I'm thinking and why I make the decisions I make to end up with the build I end up with. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Let me know if you learned something. Let me know if I made a mistake down below or if I can improve on anything. Hope you enjoyed the video.
I'm gonna step into Vanessa's quarters here. Here, I'm thinking the dock lines. Silver dock lines, pretty strong. Slow 2 items for 4 seconds. But I'm thinking if I level up to level 2 and I get some items, the shark claws, I need weapons to win the first fight. So I'm going shark claws just for the win the first fight. And I need to go this because 1 XP. If I get another XP event, I could level up before the next fight, which is what I'm thinking right now. Here are these monsters. The banana ball, more healing. The other guy's shield. I don't think I'm going to be doing any of those, so I just go the pyro guy. I don't even know if I'm going to go burn, so it's really just a toss-up for this. I'm going to win any fight, no matter what here anyway. We got a cinder, pretty useless, but maybe we get a burn item down the road. Small, medium items, weapon skills, a free item. Here, probably should have gone small, medium. Probably should have gone the item even as the second choice. But I went weapon skills. I was thinking, maybe weapon skills could be good. No. My whole plan was to get weapons and items, yet I didn't do that. And I got a 6 extra damage. It's not that great. Here I go the extra XP and the gold because I wanted to level up for the next fight. And now I have it. Now I get an item. And 2 sharpening stones could help me win that next fight, but right now it's not looking like I'm gonna win the next fight anyway, so I just go 2 income. And definitely misplayed. I didn't even get any items on the board for the shark claws. So, but we could win because it's dually, right? They could have a bad start, but this is one of the best starts I've ever seen on day 1. I mean, he's got this thing to where if he uses a friend, that middle thing, it gains shield. His core is a friend. The monitor lizard's a friend. He just keeps getting him shield. He's scaling actually really fast. And it's just going to be impossible to beat him. The storm's going to come in here. He's already stacked up 20 poison. Yeah, by the end of this, that thing is hit 23 times. I have 23 poison. He has almost 1,000 health. Very strong start, so I did misplay though. Did misplay. Here I go the monster ranch. I'm a sucker for gold monster loot items because you buy it for 8 gold and it gives you 2 items as you see and you can sell them for 8 gold. And sometimes it even gives you a pelt. You can sell it for 6 gold so you can even get more gold back. So it's just a free buff for your items. Here, small items, bronze skills. I learned my lesson with the skills. I go aquatic, I get really lucky. I'm just thinking, okay, let's see what it gives me. Because I don't really even know when I'm going to go. Now it gives me a silver submarine as just a free aquatic item. Pretty crazy. So now I'm thinking, if I got this, I don't know, it's pretty crazy. The insect wing on it, 9% cooldown reduction, brought it down 0.3 seconds. Pretty strong. That ammo, we'll just save it in case we get an ammo item. But with this submarine and the shark claws increasing the rest of our weapons damage, I'm pretty confident we can beat this rogue scrapper, which we do. Because the rogue scrapper, he's the toughest hero on day 2, but he is not that strong as long as you have some good damage or sustain. Yeah, this weapon, we're not going to really use it, but it does buff our weapons when we sell. We could go the XP from the strange mushroom, but we're going to level up anyway in the next fight. Here. The powder flask is, we're just going to take it just in case we get an ammo item later down. And then this scroll right here. The switchblade. Switchblade is nice because we have that free spot. And then it'll just it'll keep increasing that submarine's damage, which increases its shield. And then that scroll will reduce the cooldown of it, which is pretty good for a one weapon build, which I don't know if we're going to be doing, but just in case. I went ahead and get the 10 damage, 5% crit, because we're at low health. It does take 10% of our health away, but we're at low health. It doesn't take that much, and 5% crit, 10 damage is really strong early on. Go silver items here just because silver is very valuable early on, because you can't really get silver items unless you go to this silver item dealer when it's day 2. And I want to get that katana, so we're just going to sell the cinder because we're not really going burn, so it's useless. And yeah, now we got a 2-second katana, which goes really well with the switchblade, because the switchblade increases items damage when they get used. And katana is one of the fastest items out there. Now we can sell our junkyard club to get the damage up so we can reroll. It's kind of, we have 0 money when we reroll, but I was willing, if we got something crazy, to sell what I had in my hand, in my my stash, but it's not looking like any of these items are going to fit what I want to do. And now it's the next fight. I'm pretty confident in this lineup. First day was kind of a mess, but the second day it's looking really nice. And we go against a pig with 0 damage, just shielding and health. So I'm thinking this is going to be easy. Can't really lose this. And yeah, it was. Now, yeah, in that fight, our thing got to 62 damage, 62 shield. And it starts at 41, so it got buffed up pretty nicely. Here, that middle option, Mountain Pass, I almost always go this option. It gives you XP, or you can escort the convoy, get a chance at a monster fight. If your build is strong enough, you should go for this. Gives you gold, gives you that XP, and it gives you that free item. And we actually kill him very fast here. The trick with that hero is if you have enough damage, they're not going to do enough damage. So that's the best way to fight that. If you have a sustain build, it's not going to work against that monster. Slow skills seems pretty nice to me. But bronze tier items, we just need a... Because we need to buff that submarine. The more damage that does, the more shield it has. So it's really good. So we're going to get that shield, that feather. The shield's really good because the shield increases damage and shield. So we're just going to get some extra shield on that. The feather reduces cooldown. Always good. Almost always get the feather if you're ever in the bronze tier. This junk merchant. So we're just going to go ahead and sell that and that. Here it's like all his items cost gold. But they also sell for half the gold, most of them. So they're actually cheaper than they look. And then the shadowed cloak. That looks really good to me. I'm going to get these items I sell first. Then go that. And then... yeah, we don't need that because we're not going to go shield. And then I'll just get that just in case we get a slow item down the road. I'm not sure if that's the right play, but I don't know. And then the toughest monster here is going to give us the best XP and gold. And we already know our build can beat it. So I'm not even going to try anything else. I'm just going to put it in against him again. And well, when again, I'll just skip this fight here. Got the goggles. When that gets haste, gives my items crit. Sharpening stone. 3% reduction or the damage. The damage is not going to be that good because we're early on. 3% reduction. I think I might just do because I want that submarine down a lot. It didn't actually reduce its time at all. But in the background it did a little bit. So if we get another reduction, it'll help it. Here, I'm going to go bronze tier. I don't know if what I want from JJ right now, so I'm going to see if I can get a good skill. First time you use a large item, each fight poison 3. That's just when it goes off. It's just going to do 3 damage per second at the start of the fight, which is good, but I mainly got that because it opens us up to the skill when you first time you poison freeze an item. And that's pretty strong. Here I see the Trabuket. There's the crow's nest on the left. That's good for the one weapon build. But I'm thinking the Trabuket, we got that fast. We got a really fast lineup here. With the katana, the submarine, and that shadowed cloak giving our submarine some haste. So it could work really well here. So we're going to pick it up. I know I pick it up. Yeah, but I'm not too sure about it. I'm not too confident, so I keep those items in my stash just in case the Trebuchet doesn't work out. And I'm just making sure because it's kind of a big decision. It's all of our gold and it's what we're going to do for the next fight. But I'm pretty sure this Trebuchet is a good move, but it just might. I'm not sure if it's the right move right now, but I know it will be later. What am I doing here? Okay, I was really unsure about that, I guess. But yeah, now this is looking good. The Trebuchet, every time you haste or use a weapon, it gets charged by 1 second. So with these weapons I have, I don't have many weapons, but they go off pretty fast. So it's going to charge that Trebuchet up. Get some burn. We sold the Cinder early on. We could have gave it to that if we saved it, but we kind of needed the gold. Not a bad move. I'm pretty confident we beat this guy. Because he's not really doing much damage to us. And yeah. We ended up with 200 shield over our max health. Over double, I mean. Well, we're kind of... So since we got this submarine, we're kind of mopping everybody up. Like I said, I'm a sucker for the monster skills, but we need a monster loot, but we need 2 space opened up, so... We gotta sell some things here. And I'm thinking, yeah, that. Maybe the powder flask and the ammo I'll keep. But since we already have the ammo, maybe I'll just sell the powder flask. I don't think we're gonna put any ammo item in. Let's see what we get here. We got a feather and an insect wing. That is gotta be the luckiest luckiest thing you can get for the monster loot. 2 of those cooldown reduction. It's gonna be crazy. I went ammo items here. Obviously it was not the right move. Because, well, you can't really do anything with that. Those are all not good. 3 loot items, sharpening. So, the sharpening stone for the submarine is really good. That's what we want to do. We want to increase its damage, but the 3 loot items could be even crazier. Wait, I sell the Trebuchet here. I didn't remember that I did that. Okay. So I sell it. I'm thinking it wasn't as good as I thought. And now I just give the submarine some cooldown reduction. I save that feather because it reduces all my items cooldowns because I don't know what my final build's going to be. I'll just skip this fight. It's pretty easy. He doesn't really do much against my build here. A lady. Pretty useless item. Just some free gold. I could go for the XP, which maybe would make me level up before the next fight. But also there's silver tier items which could be good. It's day 4 though. Silver tier isn't as great on day 4, but all our items are silver. Could be an upgrade. Could be a nice item, so I'm going to go there. Nothing really good on this one, so we're going to refresh. And nothing really good here either. The item on the left, if we got some... give your items... Yeah. We're just going to skip this. A weapon, medium, large. Skills. I think maybe skills here. Increase that poison from 3 to 5. Not really useful. All these are kind of okay. So I'm going to search again. Leftmost 12. Medium, increase in damage. Pretty nice. But I think I'm just going to go arms dealer. I think I go arms dealer here, yeah. Because when you sell a weapon, you gain the health. And those other skills aren't really going to help me that much. And I'm thinking that'll give me some long-term value. Right now, our whole thing is just increasing this submarine's damage. And the katana also just for some extra damage. And he's actually got a pretty strong start here because that Cutlass does double crit damage. It attacks twice because of the multicast, and it has lifesteal because of that crow's nest. But we still end up taking him down pretty easily. I mean, 125 max health, hard to pass up. 2 income, weapon, cinder. I think 2 scrap or 2 income would be the move here. Maybe just 2 income. It's still kind of early on, and that gold could help because we could be running out of gold. I tend to run out of gold, and monster loot again. Have to go it, and we get scrap. Decent extra 12 shield on that, and we get another insect wing for 9% reduction, which is insane. It's at 2.1 seconds. That thing started at 3 seconds. Now, the goal is to get that down to at least 2 seconds. Here, I'm just going to go the strongest guy for the most XP and gold. Easy win here, but yeah, if I get that submarine down to 2 seconds, the Shadow Cloak, whenever it's used, it hastes it for 1 second. So if I get down to 2 seconds, when it hastes it for 1 second, it goes by twice as fast. So the haste is going to go for its full duration. So it's going to have 100% haste uptime. Here we go, small item. See what we might be able to get. Nothing really. Non-weapon items, I'm thinking could be good. I'm not sure. But it looks like the gumballs because we want crit. We want extra damage. The shield is good. And the health is always good. I'll see speed through this because gumballs take forever. And yeah, those gumballs are really good if you have the submarine because shield and damage benefit and crit. And then I'm just a little nervous before the fight because it's dually. I've been burned by some strong dually builds recently. Like, it's like everybody stopped sucking at dually out of nowhere. Because of that monitor lizard right there. But my build's looking pretty good. I'm thinking, I'm pretty confident. I'm like, I can beat this dually. I'm beating everybody else. I'm doing good, but no. You get the monitor lizard. It really doesn't matter how good your build is, right? But the main reason I lost that is because he had a skill called corrosion, which when he poisons lowers my damage, and he almost lowered my entire field damage. Right there for the level up. Not many that great options, but we got the sharpening stones. Increase an item's damage when we sell it. It just went right to our stash. Here, not seeing anything that really works for what I'm doing right now. So I'm just going to pass that. Monster loot items. You know I'm a sucker for it. Any item in the bazaar is always tempting, but we really don't have that much gold to go with. So those are those sharpening stones. Increase the damage. Got our monster loot, increased gold, and then we got a extract for +4 poison. Here, Infernal, we're not really going burn, so nothing he gives us is going to be that good, I'm thinking, but again, he has the diamond border, so it's actually 2 extra XP from the previous monster. So it's actually a lot of XP that we're going to get from this guy. And I didn't think he was going to give us anything, but look, when you burn, your weapons give +4 damage for the fight. I mean, it's nothing really right now, because we don't have any burn. If we get an enchantment, I'm thinking maybe if we get an enchantment. We get the gumballs here because we just want to keep going gumballs. Get our items crit up, damage, shield, and everything like that. Then we level up. We're going to lose 182 health here, but I'm thinking more crit and more damage on that thing. We want to get the crit on that really high because we're not going to be going one weapon build, so we're not going to get free crit on it. Captain's Wheel is pretty tempting, but I'm thinking when you use a vehicle, charge this 2 seconds, haste adjacent items. The Shadow Cloak already hastes and increases my damage every time it's used, which is better than the Captain's Wheel right now. So I'm going to go that. I mean, the Captain's Wheel is easier to upgrade because the Shadow Cloak only comes from Monster Fight or the Bronze Dealer. But yeah, the Shadow Cloak is better right now, at least. I think I might I could consider picking that up in the background just in case, but really don't think it's going to be good, so I just don't pick it. And now we go against Andrea, this dually. And just hope we don't lose again. And it looks like it's another Monitorlism build. So now we just pray, right? But I think we beat this one. It doesn't seem as strong. Hopefully. He's hitting us pretty heavy. He's got 258 poison on us. That's 258 damage per second. So we were dead in 2 seconds. But we did finish him off. Feels a little stronger. Now day 7. Medium items, pretty good. We got some medium items, and the beach spell's pretty good. Now I'm thinking this javelin, right? Because technically per damage per second, this javelin is going to do more damage than this katana. But although it is going to do more damage than it, our items increase its damage, so the katana will scale better. And I really just want a fast hitting weapon, something that goes fast. So I don't think this javelin is going to work here, but I'm thinking, is it a misplay to not go for it? Maybe I'll replace the shark claws for it. Because the shark claws really aren't, they're nice, but they're not doing crazy. We want a medium item to replace those shark claws. Because although they are good, increasing our damage, it's just not, it's not as great as what could be there. So I think I'm going to refresh here. I'm thinking about it for a little bit here. I'm thinking. But yeah, we're going to refresh. And then we see the dock lines. Could be better than the shark claws there, I'm thinking. Get some slow. Plus we have that item that does the slow. Large items, I don't want to miss out on a good large item. But I really like going for the monster fight. I really like going for that monster fight. And we got Radiant Corsair. This is like the best monster to face because of that skill in the upper left hand corner you see with the fancy orange golden fiery border. That thing, when you die, you come back again and it removes all your poison and burn, which counters poison and burn builds. He didn't give it to us, he gave us the anchor. 20% of my enemy's max health when you use an adjacent item, it gains haste for 2 seconds. Basically, well, that'll have like 100% haste uptime. But I don't know if it's as good. We see 3 loot items. That's exactly what we want. We just need to clear up some space. Nah, anchor. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go it, so we can just sell that. Pretty sure I sell that. Three loot items. We need 1 more space filled up. We don't have any poison. I just kept that just in case we get in poison enchantment or something. Doesn't look like we're gonna get one, so let's just get these 3 loot items. And we got incredibly lucky. 15% crit twice and a 6% reduction to all our items. Now it's at 56% crit. Just on its own from the crit I've given it. From gumballs, those things, everything. I'm gonna go against this hero just because, yeah, this monster, we're not going burn, but, I mean, it's the highest XP, highest gold. And I didn't think I'd be getting this, Incinerator rounds. When you use your adjacent weapons or items, it burns. Here, and these vendors aren't, I mean, small and large items could be something nice here. Docks, it's just a random, we're not going to go that. But snack time, 225 health. That's pretty good. Here I'm thinking about the shield before the next fight, but I think we're really going to win no matter what. So, because I'm just that confident. And the wanted poster, whenever you win a fight against the hero, you get an extra XP. That's just strong. And those items, got it. Incendiary rounds. Now I go this instead of that, right? Because if you look at that skill, when you burn, your weapons gain 4 damage. Okay? That, what did the switchblade do? I think it did a similar, when an adjacent item is used, get it gains damage. Now with the incendiary rounds, both of our weapons are gonna get increased damage, and it's gonna be more. Here I'm thinking I gave the dock lines the extra slow thing we saved up, but I'm so confident we're gonna win this next fight. I just put the wanted poster on the board because when it's on the board, you get an extra XP on top of that. So we're gonna get 2 extra XP from this fight. So start of day 8, we're gonna have 2 XP into the next level. Now this guy's got a pretty menacing. I've done this double barrel 1 weapon in my spice trade video. It's pretty strong. I mean, but as you see, it ain't strong enough. We're hitting him with some mean crits here. Our submarine got up to 223 damage. It only had 89, which means those incendiary rounds are really stacking up the damage. It goes to show the monster loot you can get can really change up your build. There. Get those sharpening stones. Increase our thing's damage pretty nicely. Health, toughness, shield items. We'll go this. It's kind of crazy that powder keg's in there. But when you burn, I mean, I'm burning. So the powder keg is looking nice. When you use a non-weapon, we don't really using non-weapons at all. We actually have 0 non-weapons that are being used. And the powder keg, 40% of their health is just too nice to pass up. That means it's almost half. We don't have to worry about half their health. Really good against pigs, especially with a bunch of health stacked up. We're going to go crit skills here because we really want our item to crit. 4% everything, 6%. Even though 6% to both the katana and the submarine, we want that extra force. We're going to go to 10% just on the submarine because we want that submarine to crit. And now with that powder keg on the board, no point in having the Wonder poster. It gets 10% extra crit to your items, but it's more good if you're facing a hero for that extra XP. And now we're going to see how this powder keg looks in this fight. So I'm just going to play this whole fight, not skip it, and then you see how his health just drops when that powder keg goes off. Very nice. We get a cog. I'm a fan of cogs. That switchblade. Get that switchblade out of here. I mean, it's not as good as the incinerator rounds. And then we can upgrade our leftmost item. I'm thinking the submarine's our main build, right? The shadow cloak, it'll haste it for 2 seconds. But I'm thinking the shadow cloak is a little too easy to upgrade. Once we get... Now I'm thinking, yeah, because the wanted poster, we upgrade the wanted poster, we get more XP. But the powder keg, get that up to 50% of their life. That's a lot. It essentially means every opponent has half their health. And then boom, we get a crit skill when we go skills. This is exactly what we wanted. 2% crit at the start of every fight. That thing gets 2% extra. Large items seems nice, but we gotta go bronze tier junk items. We want to get that shadow cloak again. Also, if we get the boots, it could be good. Here, I wasn't even thinking about the boots. I was thinking about an upgrade for the shadow cloak, but those boots are great too. Because while an upgrade to the shadow cloak increases the damage and haste it gives, that increases the haste, which is the main thing. So now that haste 2 seconds when it's used. So our submarine's going to have 100% uptime of haste as long as it's not done. There's that slow, I'm thinking... I get it, just in case I go the dock lines later on. We got a lot of gold, so really no harm in it. The Crusher Claw, there in the middle. I was almost thinking about that because it does damage equal to your shield item. And I have that item, which it increases in damage. It'll have a lot of shield, but it's a little slow, so we're not going to go it. Just going to buy all these items to buff my submarine, and then also we just bought that stinger just because we have that arms dealer skill. When you sell a weapon, gain health, and we just have a lot of money, so why not? Extra crit, X is nice. Extra health doesn't hurt. Now our thing is at a lot of crit chance. Now that cinder is really good. We really want extra burn on that thing because, I mean, whenever you use an adjacent item, it burns. We could actually stack up some pretty nice burn on somebody. Cog. I mean, our build's pretty set here. I think. And then that dually has lost a lot of his fights. I think there's really like no chance we lose this. He's got some rays. He's going pretty good burn here. It's actually a pretty strong burn build. But it's just not enough. And then we hit him with the powder keg for half of his health. We were going to win without the powder keg. And the powder keg just really just finishes him. At this point, I'm really loving this build. So it's just really time to upgrade it with more gumballs. Gumballs, like I said, so good with the submarine. I'll just speed this up. Like I said, gumballs really slow. Every time I get gumballs in this, I'll just speed it up. And then freeze skills. Oh my gosh. Perfect. This is when I'm thinking, okay, maybe I get that poison freeze. And then I get two options. First time I burn, freeze for 5, or first time I haste. I'm hasting and I'm burning. So it's whichever I want. I'm going to go haste here because I don't really see the haste skill vendor as much as I see the burn skill vendor in my experience. And the burn skill vendor could give me the when you burn freeze, so I go haste. That's the only reason for that, but any option would have been good there. Basically the same thing. And yeah, I didn't even speed that monster fight up, I don't think. That was just how fast we killed him. Get rid of that cog, never gonna use it. Just get that. We're not gonna use that either, but it's good gold. Oh, 3 loot items. I was thinking about the crit, thinking about the sharpening stones, but I did not see those loot items. We gotta go loot items every time. Just cause, yeah. I don't know. I like the risk about it, and I also like the chance for cooldown reduction. And we just got really lucky. 2 insect wings, so 18% reduced cooldown basically, and then 15% extra crit. These loot items are ridiculous. And then we see a tropical island here. I mean, we have a lot of gold. We're not going to go Star Chart anymore because we need the Shadow Cloak and the Incendiary rounds next to our submarine. And then that is just going to give us a free health item that increases our regeneration or health at the start of every hour. We're going to be able to sell that and get that, which is really nice. Just it's not gonna amount to much, but it's just gonna give us a little bit over and over, which is nice. And if we have the gold, why not? It's definitely the right move. Here, medium items, not really what we're looking for. Our build's kind of already set. It got set pretty early on just because we got a pretty crazy combo going on. With the monster skill and the monster loot item and the junk item. Everything really kind of works together pretty nice. He's going a burn build here. It actually looks pretty nice, but it ain't even going to be close to enough. He's got a shield core going the burn build. Unfortunate for him. Chocolate bars for extra health seem nice. We're not going to really have inventory for that, so haste slow cooldown items. See what we get here. Gotta sell these every hour. If we don't, then it's just going to fill up. The turbo water wheel has double haste duration. We don't really need that. Our items already haste. The silencer. If you only have one weapon, reduce its cooldown by 40%? That's a lot, and 50 damage. I'm just going to pick it up. I don't even think I'm going to run it. I'm just going to pick it up just to see how much it reduces the item buying, just in case I get something later that I want to do that with. And let me just speed up these gumballs. Sorry, it looks kind of choppy. But yeah, we're just getting 10 gumballs. It's just too slow. Now, we got to go sharpening stones here. So, I guess it's time to sell this gunpowder. And the dock lines, right? I'm not going to use those dock lines. Even though we just kept buffing the slow. It's bronze dock lines, and the katana is definitely better. Because the katana itself increases our damage because of that skill we have. And the incendiary rounds. Now I'm seeing with that on there, it has a 1 second cooldown, which is insane. It would go off every half second. But I'm thinking it might even be better. I'm not sure, but I really love, I'll just skip that fight. We just demolished him as usual in any monster fight. But I just really love the build we're going, so I want to keep going. Magic Carpet, when you crit, gains 24 damage. It's just too slow. The katana's too fast. Free skills, really nice. And there it is, that poison free skill that we got that skill way early in the game to get. So yeah, now it's all worth it. 325 health. That's just too hard to pass up. Almost thought about the sparring partner for gold, but we have way too much gold to even worry about gold right now. It's weird. Some games on Vanessa, I am broke the entire time. But then other games like this, I don't even have to worry about money. And here, we froze that item. Pretty strong. He's frozen the entire duration. And we actually crit. We actually crit on our powder keg, which is 100% of his life if it crits. Crit on the powder keg is insane. Now I'm thinking maybe we need to get that powder keg some more crit. 3 loot items. Could give it more crit. Could more cooldown reduction. We'll see. More cooldown reduction. 6% to everything. It's at 1.5 seconds. 3 extra burn to that. Incendiary round's pretty strong. That thing started at 2 burn. Now it has 6. That's 3 times what it started with. I mean, this build is looking very strong. Very strong. Really fast game. I'm just thinking, what do I need to clear off my stash here? I'm not going to go an ammo item. I know that. Just get that XP. I'm just thinking, sorry, those chocolate bars. Because, just some extra health. That's what we really need. Medium and large, I'm like, maybe I'll get an upgrade. Because I don't really want to replace anything here. So here, I'm just going to go toughest guy for more gold, more XP. Mainly just for the XP. And I actually was surprised. I figured out my board was weak to freeze. Because I skipped the beginning of this fight. Because it almost looked like I was going to win, but no. Once he gets stacked up, he just destroyed me. We actually were really close. 258 health, but... And now I'm thinking slow skills. We could get something to make our thing slow. When you have one weapon, when you use it slow, that'd be really strong if we went one weapon. But I just really don't want to go one weapon. I just really don't, because I love the build. It's just, like, this just seems way, like, really cool. The other skills, though, they don't really do anything for me. But when you slow gain 2 regen, I'm thinking maybe I'll get a slow enchantment later on. I don't know. Health, toughness, shield items. Let's see. Nothing really. We got a bunch of coconuts. I like coconuts, so that's good. Get some extra health in the bag. And then now we're going up against the dually. La Skimia is his name. Apprentice Merchant versus a Ground Founder. He's got that Monitor Lizard up to 21 poison right now. I think we could take this guy, but... Then he freezes our board. And if he freezes our best item, and he has Corrosive, reducing my item's damage to -29, we got crushed. We found out our board was weak to freeze in the monster fight. We found it out again right there. Sells aquatic item. Could get another submarine here, I'm thinking. The Crow's Nest. This is everything I need to go the one weapon build, but I don't want to do that. Our thing's at 107% crit. So really no need to lose 6. If we went the extra 5% crit, 10 damage, it's 650 health. It's not worth it. The 2 cinders for 6 extra burn on that thing, not as 12. Insane. Let's get a burn skill to make that even better. When you use an item with burn, that ends 2 burn. First time we fall below half, we burn items, reduce our cooldown half. Burn items gain 1, and start of the fight, haste your burn items. So they don't really do anything because the burn item we have isn't a thing that gets used or a thing that has a cooldown. It's when you use an adjacent item. See, the Sadly, I can't even take a diamond skill here. And the only skill that gives me silver is the only one useful. So, I almost thought about, oh, maybe I enchant something with burn. But, yeah, no. I'm just going to go chemical fire here. Sadly, it wasn't a diamond chemical fire. But still, one more burn. Not bad. Here. Our freeze items are really coming in. We just froze half of his board, basically. And we finish him really fast. Our board kills fast with this 50% damage powder keg. Sell those. Get the land scraper. And then 375 health. Ah, that's really appealing to me. But the gumballs too. The gumballs will give more crit to the powder keg. And the crit on the powder keg is going to make us win. Just speed this up again. Gumballs take too long. 4 crit right there. Pretty good. And then we get this. Enchant item with slow effects. Enchant item can't be frozen, slowed, or destroyed, or heal. So, the slow, I really almost wanted to do the slow because we had the slow skill. I really like slow, but the only weakness our board has is to freeze this, to destroy that submarine, to slow it down. Now you can't. Now the submarine is literally unstoppable. It can't be stopped. So, although the slow enchantment would be more fun, I mean, that's the game-winning enchantment right there. That's what makes this build a 10-win build. Like, if we're gonna get 10 wins, we gotta go that enchantment. And now we'll see against this dually. Now, I'm really hoping this dually has freeze. That's what I'm thinking. Just to counter it completely. And he does have 2 freeze skills. When you slow or haste, freeze. And, well, it missed our item. Our submarine. We finish him off. Pretty nicely. He had some decent slow on there. He had the LEDs that are slowing, the banana that slows, when you use a large item slow, but our submarine never got slowed because we got that enchantment. Definitely the right move. Large item, maybe for an upgrade. Didn't need an upgrade. I'm thinking maybe the port. I could get a gold ammo, a small ammo item, but we don't even need that. It's just a hassle to go through our inventory anyway, so. And then yeah, just some more gold for the next fight. Now I want some revenge. Okay, this guy, now that my submarine can't get frozen, I'm pretty damn sure I can beat this guy. And yeah, it happened pretty fast. Because with that not getting frozen, it's over. Diamond ice pick. Not going to use it. Going to be some nice gold though. Not that we need it. We got 103. Reduce it by 3%. Not bad. Actually went by 0.1 second. Gold skills. Skills is good. Skills are going to be what we want right now. And I mean, none of these other skills really do anything. So an extra second of freeze. Now our haste freeze skill is diamond down there. So these items we're not going to use. Go to Flynn's. Get some extra regeneration, some extra health. Why not? We just want to live. And then, oh yeah, we won't get that regeneration. Just extra shield on our ship, because the ship is gonna go off faster than our regeneration will. And then we'll go this dually. And now I know this dually cannot freeze my submarine. So if he's gonna beat me, it's gonna be with a lot of poison. And I'm not really sure what he's on here. He's not gonna have that large item. Is gonna go off that well, and we crit with our powder keg for the last fight, instantly demolishing him. 10-win run with Vanessa. Pretty nice here. I'll just go over the build. Shadow Cloak. Use the item to the right of this. Haste it for 2 seconds, and it gets 3 damage. Okay, the item had 1.4 seconds cooldown. So every 1.4 second it went off, and it got hasted for 2 seconds. Meaning, it was always hasted, which haste goes down by half cooldown. So it basically went off every 0.7 seconds. When you use an adjacent item, burn 13. So the item to the left, every 0.7 seconds, it was gaining burning 13. When you burn, your weapons gain 4 damage. So every 0.7 seconds, it was getting 3 damage, and the 4, so 7 damage. First time you haste, freeze, we're hasting, and as soon as that goes off, powder kick, 50% of your enemies max health when you burn, charge it 2 seconds. We had the burn item to charge it with the incendiary rounds. That crit skill had it up to 24% crit for our items. First time you poison, each fight freeze 4. We had the when you fuse a large item first time freeze poison 3. Pretty good. Medium weapons deal plus 6. Not much. Burn item plus 1. Arms dealer when you sell something plus 1. Great. Just great combo. Hope you enjoyed the video.